Hey guys, alright, well, I figured, you know what, I had enough typing, a little beat up, figured I'd try out a video tonight, and we'll do a little recap of my trade today. So I'm just going to walk through it. It was on JNUG. Obviously, some of you guys know I've been planning this thing for a week or longer. The Fed meeting was today, the FOMC, talking about raising the interest rates. We all knew that it was going to happen. It was about a week ago they announced a rate hike, and hold on a second here. Try and pull up a different one day. They announced a rate hike up here. That the March rate hike was going to happen instantly right away. Gold and other commodities started diving. They started to recoup themselves down here at the bottom, found a little base, and they started to work themselves higher into the Fed announcement today. I personally didn't know which way it was going to go, but I was betting against what the obvious was because the reward was going to be bigger. I mean, why not, right? Let's bet against it and see where we end up. The last rate hike was here, December 14th. I think this one caught everybody by surprise. It wasn't the rate wasn't factored into the price of gold. So as soon as they announced, it fell off. It gapped down the next day. It rolled down at the bottom. I think me and Jordan C were looking at it around here. Then it started to curl up, and then it became range bound. And I didn't catch it till over here. I started making trades on it. These are on daily candles, and these are all trades that I made. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades. 9, I believe 2 of those were red. 2 or 3 of them were red. The rest were all profitable trades. So, I mean, I've had good luck with this stock. I enjoy this stock. It's predictable. You can pull up USD, JPY yen, and you can also pull up gold on investing.com and watch those charts move as you're watching the intraday chart move. So that gives you a couple different angles to look at instead of just watching a stock price and wondering what's going to happen with it. I mean, I picked some good entries here. This day here, I believe it was the first, was another day that they announced that they weren't going to do a rate hike. They had dovish claims, and we saw a nice little pop here. Me and Jordan C played the pop at 2 p.m. We both had our limits set. I think Jordan jumped it a little early. I jumped in with a buy stop limit. It popped up, went up, I don't know, 40 cents. I sold right away because I'm just that type of guy. Jordan held on a little longer, and he took down some decent gains, I believe. And then obviously, look, it just ran up to $13. It came along here, and then we got news of the Fed, and then down it went. So anyways, today, let's talk about it. So I was jacked up for this trade. I was ready for it. And, you know, I got a full-time job. I'm trying to day trade a small account. I got a full-time job. My project manager's in my office. I know it's not really an excuse, but I don't want to have my multiple screens up with charts everywhere. This guy is supposed to be paying me money is watching me not do what I'm supposed to be doing. So I was a little hesitant. He was talking to me through here. I watched this little spike. I figured it was some shorts covering before the news. Let me zoom in on this for a sec. Shorts covering, started to become range bounds, consolidated. I knew this was going to happen, and then it started to sell off, and that was kind of telling me, oh, you know what, news is out, the hike's going to happen, and this thing's just going to free fall. Usually when there's a rate hike, the dollar goes up and gold goes down, and commodities traded in the US dollar all go down as the dollar goes up. So gold is what we're looking at, and I mean, that's what we were waiting for. But the thing is that because it was already factored in, the price of the rate hike was already factored into gold. Me and Chris Smith believed that, you know what, there's a good chance that it might pop and we'll see a run back into $10 or even $13, right? Gold is sitting around 12.10 last night, and we saw it pop up today like 12.22, which was just insane right away. So here we go. It rolled in. I started talking to my project manager right here. He's asking me a stupid question about, you know, if you should take some sick days and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, not paying attention. Boom, popped. I got 2 tweets, and as soon as I looked at my screen, we were sitting around 40 cents here, and I just thought, fuck, I missed it. I had my buy stop limit set. I didn't click it. I wanted to, but I don't know. I kind of felt it was going to go down. I didn't really know what to feel. My emotions got in the way, and so it took off. So here I am sitting here watching this stock run away without me. You know, a mix of emotions. Palms are sweaty. What is it? Mom's spaghetti, M&M, right? Some of us know this. So it pulls back, ran right up to 680 first, which is just crazy because I had a buy stop limit. I thought about 620. That's like a 60-cent move. You know, I only had 200 shares, but it was a small account, and that would have been nice little bump. So it rolled over, pulled back a little bit, then it popped up again, pulled back a little bit, and then it came down here and it started curling up, and I saw it. It was like higher low, higher low, higher low, and I thought, you know what? This thing's going to keep going. It's going to break the 680, and it's going to run. So here I am. Here, I jumped in at 678 on this candle for the break of 680. Boom, we broke out of it. We popped up to 692. I held on because I figured, you know what, we're gonna hesitate under the $7. We rolled down here, and I just my heart was beating like a lab rat. I don't know why I was so mixed up in this. It was an emotional trade for me. It's because it's been couple weeks in the making, and you know that's just what happens. Your emotions take over, and you lose thought of you know where your stop loss is, where your exit is, and it becomes emotional. It didn't even touch the 9 moving average. Came right down here. I sold for 5-cent profit per share. You know, it was fuck all. It was like $10. Commissions were $5, so I was like, woo, yay, $5 profit. Anyways, it was a green trade. Green's green. I had good accuracy. I saw it curling. I jumped in, but I jumped out too soon. So next candle popped up, 695. And I thought, okay, here we go. Here we go again. It's going to run up, and it's going to keep going. So we get up. We knock on the door, $7. And I thought, you know what? If it breaks $7, the whole dollar is always good. Jump in just over, set your stop loss for just under, and let it ride. So that's exactly what I did. I jumped in right. Let me see here. This is all new to me. Technology. I jumped in right here at 707, popped up to 712, met resistance. I had seen it on the level 2, 705 was a bunch of heavy sellers. They look like short sellers because there was just a ton of sells sitting at that number. So as soon as those started getting chewed up, I jumped in 707, and then it just kind of tapped it again here, 79, 710. And then it came here, and I just thought, you know what? If it breaks $7, I'm out. I don't even want to sit around. So 798, I jumped out, and that was that. Then, I'm talking to a buddy. He's making good money on the trade. He's in it, and I see this thing keep going. I even talked to Brian Judge, Lutz, and I said, you know what? I got to close my platform. I'm just a mess right now. I should stop trading because, well, I'm just not emotionally fit to be behind the wheel, really. That's what it comes down to. So I didn't listen to myself, of course. It popped up here to 780, and I rolled down a little bit, and I just thought, you know what? The last time me and Jordan C. watched this, it popped up in the daytime. It faded off a little in after hours, and then the Asian markets love gold. They love it when they got a good chance to buy it, sell it, whatever. The U.S. dollar's down, which means gold commodity is going to be a cheaper commodity to buy because anything traded in the US dollar, if the dollar's down, people grab it up. If you hadn't noticed in the world markets today, everything's up pretty much because most things are traded in the US dollar. Oil's up, gold is up, tech sector's up, and so here we go. I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to jump in, and I broke one of my main rules for this account was never to hold a trade overnight. So here I am. I emotionally revenge traded twice. I had one green trade, one red trade, and I jumped in right before the close. And at 775, which is just retarded. I mean, I know it's a stupid move. And then I watched it fade, and it faded here into after hours. Faded. I watched the price of gold. It came down to 12.18, I think was the lowest. But then the Asian markets have taken over, and I've checked on it a couple times, and we're at 12.25, which is higher than it was. going into the close. I think 12.20 was the highest we saw. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna run with it because last time it gapped up 90 cents. JNUG it gapped up 90 cents after the Fed meeting into the next morning. So tomorrow morning I will be finger on the trigger, ready to sell this thing, and hopefully it's for profit. If it's not, it's not the end of the world. I really didn't lose anything today. I think I was down 10 or 13 bucks. I mean, it's beating up my morale a little bit because I want to do this small account challenge. I want to, prove to myself that I can do it. I want to make good trades. I want people to learn from my trades. Right now we're learning from my mistakes, which is not a bad thing because, it's called market tuition for a reason. People pay $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 to go to university, and what do they get out of it? I mean, I talked to a friend tonight. His sister has a master's. She's working at PharmaSafe. She paid what, 40, 60 grand for a master's, 5 years of her life. And she's working at PharmaSafe. Now that's the life she's chose, and she's happy. But it's all relative. Here I am making trades. I'm losing $10. I'm making $10. I'm losing $20. I'm making $30 or whatever it is. But in the grand scheme of things, even if I burn up this account, it's $700 US. The skills that I should learn from it should carry over and keep rolling with it because I love it. And anybody that loves trading or investing or swing trading or whatever you're into, if you love it, anything really, any job, if you love it, you'll always succeed in it if you set your mind to it. That's what I believe. So I'm going to stick with that, and I'm pretty successful in my swing trades, and I've been successful in other day trades. But this is $700 is hard. I mean, it took 200 shares. I need it to move plus 10 cents plus 10 cents to really take down any kind of decent profits where I can start building this account, get into the thousands, and then take on bigger size and start moving from there. Starting to feel more and more comfortable respecting my stop loss. Obviously, this up here little situation is stupid, but it is calculated. I didn't go into this, I just hope it goes up overnight. I hope, faith, this, that. I look back at the charts. I saw that it gapped up last time. I remember it gapping up because me and Jordan C, we sold, and then the next morning it gapped up 90 cents, and we were just, we're chatting with each other thinking, why the hell did we sell that? That was stupid. But this thing's a pretty volatile stock, and it can go either way. It could go down tomorrow, but I'll be ready to hit the trigger and get out of the trade right away, profit or loss. There will not be any more holding. And I learned some stuff today. I learned not to chase. I learned to wait. Here was a really good pullback. I should have grabbed it right here. You know what? In the grand scheme of things, I saw it at 640. Yeah, I should have just hit market and jumped into the trade because this thing's going to move, and I knew it was going to move. I figured if anything, it should have stopped at $7 and pulled right back and then maybe rolled off and went down. Because the price of US dollar just started plummeting, it in turn made gold fly, and this thing just flew with it. If you look at JDST, let's see, JDST, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, what do you know? Runs opposite, and look where it went. $18 all the way down to 12. I mean, these stocks are insane. MJ sector's great. I like the MJ sector, but if you're looking for action, you're looking for volatility, and you want to learn how to make some moves and play around with some stocks, go into these two stocks with tight stop losses and work on your entries. Just buy it. Just buy the stock. I mean, take a little bit of money, buy the stock, set a stop loss, and let it run. And if it stops out and you're out of the trade, all right, you picked a bad entry. Study more, learn more, read more charts, and if it runs, sell for profit, and learn from it and keep rolling with it. So it's all right. I learned from my mistakes today, and I'll lick my wounds and smoke a fatty and relax on the couch because I've still got some more time without my family, and hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. I'm not going to beat myself up over it too much. I already did enough today, and go from there. So hope you enjoyed the video. Send some comments. I guess I'll keep doing this. Maybe I'll even put my face on it one time. If you have any questions about what I did today or why I did it, feel free to ask. I mean, it's an emotional game. Money is emotion. You look at people in long trades that they bought low and they're waiting for it to go high. They're waiting for news releases or whatever they're waiting for. The emotions just keep building and building and building inside of you. And then when it comes time to hit the button and hit sell or hit buy, wherever you're at, you know, your emotions just take over and you lose track of what your plan was. And that's the problem. I mean, I have a couple sticky notes on my monitor. It says wait for a pullback. All right, so there you go. Where did I wait for a pullback? I didn't. There's the pullback. There's the pullback. I saw it curling. This is also a technique and strategy is to watch it curl up higher lows, higher lows. But I mean, okay, wait for a pullback. I mean, you know, there was a move right there. That was a 645. First candle to make a new high would have been right here, probably 654. Also break of the $0.50. And then move to 675. So 20 cents a share up for grabs. I mean, if you had, you know, 200 to 400 shares, you know, it's not a big move. It's not going to make you rich, but it's getting used to getting that entry and finding that exit and getting out. And then there's the next pullback. And honestly, after it pulled back and it came up and it curled around, there's a new entry right here. As soon as it broke this 680, right? 680 straight across. Here, let's put it I mean, it's pretty black and white here. This came up here, it smashed into 680 and it pulled all the way back down here to 658, pulled back, came back up, smashed into 680 again, pulled down, smashed up towards 680, and then it curled down, consolidated a tiny little bit, built a little bit of momentum, and this is probably from the gold action and US dollar action, and this is also just a reaction to what the hell just happened down here. Everyone needs to just to sit back for a second and think about it. And this is where I came in. And I saw it. I said, okay, break a 680, I'm in. It broke, came up, pulled back, but my emotions were so wrecked that I didn't want to hold it anymore. So I just thought, you know, I'm just going to sell it. And I think I had a bit of slippage. I tried to get out at 686. And I had a big, I think I was trying to get out here at 688, and it actually slipped, and I caught it on this one at 683. I think I have my trade somewhere. There we go. 678 and then 683, and then my next one is 707, and I stopped out at 698 right here, right? And, you know, look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute trade, 1, 2, 3 minute trade. Like, these are quick trades. This is a 2 minute trade. This is a 60 cents move in 2 minutes. If you took 1,000 shares right there, you would have been up $600. 1,000 shares, $600. Am I on crack? Hold on a second. No, I'm not. Yeah, obviously, 60%. I haven't even smoked one yet. That's how you know my brain is frazzled today. So, in 2 minutes, you would have been up $600. Yes, 1,000 shares at 620 is $6,200. But, I mean, 10% in 2 minutes? Come on. Show me a GIC or RSP or even a swing trade that will show you better returns, you know. And yes, it takes a skill. It's not easy to get to. But if we work at it and work at it and work at it, hopefully they'll get smoother and smoother. So that's what I got for us. And, you know, like I said, ask me some questions. And, oh, that was family. How do we get out of here? There we go. Stop screen recording. All right, guys. See ya.